Vincent, good morning. Yes.
Oh, hi, Michael. How are you?
Yes, I'm well, but more importantly, how are you?
Hi, good. I've been really following the austere therapy path, the humanist path, and it's been good. But I've sort of I haven't been talking much. I think sort of pulling back on a lot of activities and, sort of trying to be as low energy as I can. And part of that has been not talking too much to people, which is good. Like, it's kind of worked out. My partner it infuriates her, but I have to stick with it. It's just sort of an everyday thing now, and she'll ask questions and I just won't answer. It's just part of the therapy, and I just want to see where it takes us. I don't know. Like, not responding to simple demands is, I think people can work out what you need and what you want and what you're thinking sometimes. So you don't need to articulate everything. That's my thought anyway. It's not part of that austere regime. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to be a blabbermouth about it, I just don't want to be blabbing about not talking.
No. And I was thinking, because you mentioned that you haven't been talking much, and I was wondering whether you're almost using these sessions as a way of kind of I won't say overcompensating for that, but at least compensating for that,
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, this is your time. This is all about you. This really is about you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Have I gone too far? Is it sort of? Well, should I sort of pull back?
No. There's no such thing. No, there's no such thing as going too far. It's it's where you feel comfortable. It's the back and forth. It's a thrust and parry, as they like to say, or used to.
Yes.
Give and take. You insert and then you withdraw.
Yes. Yes.
And it's just you just go with the flow, and that's just and then you settle on where you feel comfortable, and that's what this is all about. Yeah.
Well, see, I agree with that. I agree with that whole action, that whole thing of being in, then out, inserting, withdrawing. But you don't have to talk while you're doing it.
No, of course not. But if I may just come back to what you said before, just and I don't want to. I don't. But it sounds to me like your partner.
Yeah.
Doesn't support you in that. And look, and I mentioned this before about the possibility of couples therapy, but you come here and you sort of there's a bit of griping and a bit of moaning, a bit of bitching, and it's like, I want to do this, my partner this, and then of course before that she was shoving you downstairs, or at least you thought she might have been.
Yes.
Look, I just don't know.
Well,
I just don't know.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't do couples therapy. I'm on this journey alone, and I think and I think it's just what happens. And I just want to be in a situation where if I don't want to talk about stuff, I don't want to talk about stuff. So, even if it's really important family stuff or financial stuff, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to be zen about things and let things play out.
So it's real. So you're a real Las Vegas guy. What goes on tour stays on tour, right?
In regards to therapy, yes. Is there like a Las Vegas school of therapy?
We should explore that. the Viva Las Vegas. I might look into that actually. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I notice a lot of it comes out of Europe, and I'm just wondering whether there's anything that comes out of Nevada.
School. Well, it's not so much Nevada, but there is definitely so the Americans did take over it at one stage, and we'll probably as I'm studying more and more. The Americans definitely, once the humanists, gave up on things, the Americans definitely started to take over. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Right. Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds excessive and exciting.
Well, yeah, and and the Americans, and I'm just getting like an inkling into where those things were kind of headed, and this is kind of in the mid 20th century. But they put all that dream stuff and all of that, introspection, and they sort of said, no, we're going to aim high, we're going to go straight for the head.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so there was a lot of the sort of cognitive thing, and they started talking about it's all about the way you think, and feelings had something to do with it, but it's thoughts and stuff. And so I've been thinking I've been learning a lot about that, and so but look, this is not the time, and really should get stuck into the session proper. And I trust there's been no harm or self-harm, and obviously that's very important. Otherwise,
no, all good. All good there on that front. All good. Like the week has progressed in a silent way, as I suggested. I just sort of am. I've been practicing shooting because the party's coming up. And I have got quite good. I have had extra tuition from my police person friend, which has been very beneficial.
Yes, excellent.
Mark's has been very good.
And is it still sort of? Is it the you were talking about? So either commando roles or sharp? What is it like? Sharp turnarounds with?
Yes. Apparently, your shot improves with the addition of fast movement before the shot.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of that, rolling on the ground and shooting. Quick turns around corners. It does drive my partner crazy.
You surprised her, like you just sort of like kind of practice, like as she's walking into the living room, you kind of like, that's great.
Yes, and the combination of that and not speaking is the situation could get very tense.
It can be very quiet. So it's real so Cagney and Lacey stuff, right? Is that where?
Yeah. I was thinking more Clint Eastwood. What you remember that Clint Eastwood film, The Monkey?
I see. No, so we're getting animalistic again. So which.
Every which way but loose.
Every which way but loose. Exactly. That's right. So, I see. Right. Let me just. We'll definitely have to come back to that one in a future session. Yeah, I see. Oh, goodness. So, who shot the monkey? Well, who was the monkey? I see.
Yes.
But listen, as I was reviewing my notes, I do remember, and something I wanted to touch on as a way of preparing for future sessions. I remember you mentioned in passing that you were coming to Sydney, and we touched on it, and it felt like you sort of you kind of brushed it aside or ignored it or something. But I think there's a wonderful opportunity for us to have a face-to-face session. When you are in Sydney, I just wanted to put it out there because again, I don't want to impose this on you. I appreciate it. It may create some, tension, anxiety. So I want you to kind of, sit back, process it, make sure you're comfortable with this. But I think it would be wonderful just to, change the, kind of the context, the vibe. We can, can choose the setting. We can be, fully dressed, fully naked, or somewhere in between. It doesn't matter. Like, it's entirely up to you as to how. We could be in a sauna. There's a lovely one I know in Kingsford. All men, obviously. There's no gender issues there, so we can do that. But although they don't allow phones, that's right. Yeah, no, so we couldn't do that. But we could. We could just. There's places that I know we can go. But we could sort of do something, and it could be like a face-to-face, like a mano thing. And I think that's maybe just a way of exploring a different way of delivering therapy or receiving therapy. Because, it is all give and take as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Well, I'll keep you posted on that. I'm not sure about that because one of my rules I have is face-to-face. If I'm looking at someone, I don't talk.
I see.
So I button up. I'm really good on the phone. I spend a lot of time on the phone just talking to people. Yeah. And I actually, even with my partner, if she's in another part of the house, I'll ring her and tell her things. Yeah. But the minute she walks in the room, I'm silent.
I understand.
It's just this, it's just this sort of way I've got. And
look, I don't want to force the issue, but, for example, we could sort of, sit close to each other, but you could be sort of facing the other way, like it's kind of like a distant spooning kind of thing. Or we could be lying on the grass, but without actually touching. Anyway, look, I'm just saying, like, we could explore all sorts of scenarios, but just want you to think about that, and we could, just something we could, discuss in the next session, and just see how we feel about it, and it's just a way of kind of just a different maybe something may it may just kind of turn into something else, and maybe it will trigger something in a positive way within you, may open something up.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I look forward to getting my monthly chart.
Yes, of course. That's all.
Charting, seeing where I'm at. Yes. The app's not working at the moment.
Yes.
So that we've got no real clear indication of how far ahead I am with the free, the complementary therapy sessions. Yes. But that's all by the by. It'll work out.
It will, of course. Yes. All right. Well, Vincent, terrific. And yes, take care as always. And I look forward to speaking to you soon, and obviously seeing you in person.
Okay. Thanks, Michael.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.